past year has been just amazing, what the Lord has done in me. And in some ways, I really feel like it's been like a 180-degree turn. And it really has been almost like an exact year. I got into the step study, and the Lord just started just working on my heart. I was, I guess, like the partier, womanizer, guy in college. And so he's just transformed my heart to where I seek after him now. And those things just kind of fall by the wayside. I'm so going to cry when I'm doing it. You have me coming right here? So my story is, it's fear. I was diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder from, it was probably my sophomore year in college. But I can remember back, when I was in 8th grade, and so I feel like I'm always wrestling with doubt, and I feel like that's one thing that, the Lord really wants to work with me on this trip specifically, just because I feel, I was telling Brenda, whenever we go to those meetings, I would just feel, consumed with anxiety about, oh my gosh, I'm not going to raise enough money, what am I going to say, what if I had to tackle the trip, anxiety attack, all these thoughts, and just really trying to, battle them out, and, I think that everyone has, something they have to, their iniquity, their bent, and so, for me, it's made my heart more compassionate towards, just anybody's struggles. I don't know what it's like to struggle with sexual tendencies, anger, whatever, whatever your deal is. And so, I know he says he's faithful to complete that work that he started. So, I got to keep thinking like that, and I got to keep thinking about, man, he's going to do something amazing with this, because, it never feels good going through, the refinery, just getting refined, and, man, it's been, it's been encouraging. People are like, man, we see, man, we see the Spirit in you, and I think that's just one of the best compliments you can ever get, because it's just, you're amazing. You know that the Lord is doing something. He does live inside you, and he's real. It's not just this thing that we're just I'm not sure that it's real or not. I'm a completely different person than I was. Unbelievable, And so, let's see. So after, I had a couple of victories, and I was just pursuing it, just when you're just on fire, and you just wake up and you just breathe in the Word, even that, something I've been convicted of, even that obedience, that is not my own. I cannot claim that. That's not my, I'm nothing without Him. My obedience, even my ability to be on this trip is not my own. All Him. And so, as I was kind of just learning what it looks like to be this kind of new person, the Lord definitely stirred my heart for missions, and so I signed up for the Perspectives course, and I think that's really when He started kind of working on my heart, being hey, there's something else, somewhere else I want to take you, and I think I'm just going to be honest confession, I think sometimes we get in a weird spot because we have missions is this really sexy thing, and we're just oh yeah, I'm just gonna be a missionary, and I think in my own heart, I was kind of, I had to battle that and be no, is this something really that the Lord wants me to do, or am I just doing this so people in home group would be wow, that dude's awesome, he's going on a mission, God doesn't need me, I could die right here, and it's gonna be fine, the mission is for the missionary, not for the mission. That's one way I heard from my friend Ryan Carpenter. And like he served in like New Guinea and all that stuff. And one of the things he told me was, he's like, yeah, man, he's like this trip is for you, you know. And I never really thought about it like that because I was just like, oh, like how many people might get saved, you know, like all that stuff. And I'm like, what, you know? When Perspectives ended, I was like, all right, like let's do this. Like I want to go somewhere. And so I really had on my mind Sudan, you know, just because like I feel like Africa, I just have a heart for that place. Like I was watching like Blood Diamond, and I was just like, you know. And then my brother's in-laws, Dick McFarland, who's a elder candidate. We meet like once a week, and we're sitting there one Tuesday night, and he just got back from Africa. They spent like 17 days there with John Tyrus and all that stuff. And so I was looking at his pictures, and we were just talking about missions, and he gets like this email from Chavez, which is Matt Chandler's assistant, and like Amazon trip. And I was like, oh, that's cool, but I mean, I'm going to Africa, so I mean that's cool. I mean, go do your boat deal, you know. And then almost like just like you said, like within about like a day, I think I emailed Brenda, you know, and I was like, hey, just want to find out what's going on, like, what's this deal, you know. And she like replies back, she's like, I don't want to speak for God, but
consider yourself called.
I think she's telling me we need to go on this trip. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, who is this lady? You know. But that's funny because that one, you know, kind of like it kind of said it, you know. And so yeah, I guess you know the rest is history after that. But I think it's amazing just that we are here, you know, and like just from that first like interviewing that passport, you know, and like all the complications that had, and the money, you know, like I got like my brother gave me $1,000, and I mean I was just amazed when that came through. But like all the little things that had to go right, you know. And so just I'll do a little personal deal. Like the first couple of days on this trip like have been like really tough for me just because like I'm used to like my space, and like I don't do really good with change, you know. So like I've just felt like sort of kind of like just some anxiety, like just like on the airplane ride getting over here, and like just like praying like, Lord, I'm like use me, like break me of this so I can just like run and just, you know, be obedient to the Spirit and just move and, you know, like love on these people. And I feel like I'm getting there, you know, but I think it's like a process. But again, like Liz was saying, those expectations of, oh, this is how it's gonna work, you know, like I feel like we should just throw all those out the window, you know, and just be like, man, I don't know, you know, like I have no clue. And one of the really good things that like I feel like the Lord's put on my heart is like that none of us have to perform for Him. You know, like we don't need to do or to try to perform to gain righteousness. Like we're already counted righteous. Like